I want to quickly talk about something that I've been getting emails about from some students about how do I repeat rows at the top of a worksheet, and more specifically, it's going to be step 12 of our case problem for the chemistry workbook. Step 12 says insert a page break at cell A14 and then repeat the first 3 rows of the worksheet in any printout. What it's saying basically is if I go to print and I print view what I have here, I have my worksheet here with a title at the top, chemistry first semester scores posted December 20th. If I go to page 2, I don't have that at the top. So what it wants me to do is it wants me to put that there so that when I print this off, I'll know that that's what this is for. Because if you can imagine, teachers can have lots of grading books, and we want to make sure we got the right grade book, because if this page gets lost, I don't know where that belongs. So I'm going to put a heading on the top of this, and the heading is going to come pretty simply. So I'm going to go back to the Home tab. What I'm seeing people do is they go to A14 and they insert their page break, and that's pretty simple. We go to the Page Layout tab, we go to Break, and insert page break. So now I've got a page break at A14 or at row 14, and I'll show you again. We'll go back to Print. Here's our page break. So that's page 1, and page 2 is the actual body of the grades. And again, I don't have the title, so if I were to lose this sheet and then find it, I wouldn't know what it belongs to. I want it to be Chemistry 303 and the other 2 lines there. So what I'm going to do is go back to the Home tab, and what I've seen people do so far is they just add 3 more lines. I'll do it from here. They add 3 more lines or rows. Then they go up here to row 1, 2, and 3. They copy, they paste, and now when I go to my print, there's our first page with Chemistry 303. When I go to the second page, there it is again with Chemistry 303. While that looks like it's what the book is telling us to do, there's an easier way to do it, and I want to show you how to do that. So I'm going to undo what I just got done doing. Undo that, and I'm going to undo that. So now I'm back to my original. I do still have my page break at A14 or at row 14. In order for me to get these first 3 rows to print on this page, because I'm going to get 2 pages of print because I have a page break, in order to get these first 3 rows on the second page right here, it's pretty simple. All I have to do is go back to the page layout and something called Print Titles. I'm going to click on Print Title. I'm going to get a dialog box. The dialog box gives me a bunch of options, and it goes to the Sheet tab. There's 4 tabs. I'm going to go to the Sheet tab here. I haven't selected my print area. I'll do that in a minute. But you'll notice these 2 lines here. Rows to repeat at top, columns to repeat at left. Okay. Well, it said we want to repeat the first 3 rows at the top of every page that we print. So I'm going to go over here to this. I'm going to select my range. I'm going to click on this icon here, and I get this dialog box. And all I'm going to do is go over here to row 1, left click, select the first 3 rows, and there they are. They show up with 1 to 3. Absolute cell reference 1 to 3. I click back on this icon here and I press OK. And now when I go back to print, you'll see here that here's my first page with Chemistry 303 and all the 3 lines that I want there. And then I go to page 2 and they're there again. They don't show up on the worksheet when you're looking at it when you're in the editing mode. But when you go to print it, it's there. And that's what instruction 12 is asking us to do. It's called Print Titles. Okay, so that's all. It's pretty simple. I'm going to go back and show you that it doesn't show up here in 14, 15, and 16, but when I go to print, it looks like it does. But basically all we're saying is this is almost like a header. It's not a header, but it looks like one because we're putting this heading up here. Okay, we've got our page break above that, and now we've got the rest of our data there. That's all it is when it talked about insert the same 3 lines at the top of every printed page. We basically go to page layout, print titles, and enter what rows we want to have print at the top of each printed page. It's pretty simple. If you have any more issues, give me a call, let me know. But this is how it's done.